And I'm booking this for the VA. So this is the planned route. We'll book it. And now we'll go into the A cars and set it up. We actually need the launch flights in first. Alright. We gotta go to airport. World. Go to airport. CYYZ. Pick a medium gate. And now we'll pick an aircraft. We'll pick time and day. I want to do this at daytime so you all can see. Today, March 8th today. So it is. Alright, now we'll switch aircraft. Forget how it's listed. Is it Boeing? Yeah, Boeing PMDG. And we're going to do the 700 2D cockpit. And we're in Canada, so we'll do Air Canada. Oh, damn, that's loud. I just realized I don't have a camera. Oh yeah, I do, bottom left. Turn that noisy thing off. Throttle wasn't set to idle. Okay, we'll do TCAS first. So we'll flip this over to active. 2200. And close it. And we'll download weather real quick. Download real weather with Active Sky. Tell it okay. Move that down because I want to bring that up. And let's go ahead and get our lights turned on. It's not lights, but oh well. Alright, so taxis, I don't want taxis, it's daylight. Logo, position, strobe, anti-collision, wing. And we're cruising at 20, I think I put 26 in. 26 or 28, I can't remember. And we're gonna cruise 250 below 10,000. I'll do this so we don't overspeed. I know when the weather's downloaded because the altimeter will jump. Have I closed flight planner? No, I haven't. So this is how we got our flight plan. 28,000 of planned altitude. That's set, that's set. This is going to be in the way of the FMC, so we'll move it down. And FMC. Initial. Click this for keyboard input. CYYZ. Then we go initial again. Click that, it'll all put in our weights. And reserve is always 10. And in reserve, cost is 90. And 28,000 is our altitude. Execute. Now for our route, we are going CYYZ to KEYW. And we activate and we execute. Let's turn a heading bug to match our original course. Alright. And flight number don't matter, although we do actually have one. What is it? 1146. Alright, so we go back here, that's all good. Legs are in. We go initial, index, takeoff, flaps 15. We click each one of these for our speeds. And uncheck keyboard input. And now everything should be in here. Right now the planned runway is 9. So let's hit B button, see if my altimeter changes. If it does, weather loaded. Yep, weather's loaded. So I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Not that small. Down a little bit, get it out from under that. But high enough not to cover up my warning lights. Alright guys, let's set our flaps. Flaps 15's 5 clicks. Alright, flaps are 15. What's up, Brabs? Get ready to take off. Flight plan's already in. Oh, I gotta set up my ACAR. Gotta set up my ACAR so it sends live data to the web page. I'll show you that here in a minute. So we connect to FS, we log in, and we gotta go to the website and get the flight number again because I forgot it. Something 1146. So there's the flight number. Control C because you can't right click. ACARs, where you at? So we'll paste that into there and get flight number from page. All right, there we go. And then I'll get the route off of the page because the route's in chat. No, it ain't. It will be though. ROUTE for route. And I'm going to put the route in the ACARS comments down here. And then for this, we'll put Twitch, ITCH. Alright guys, so we'll click start flight. And it should be logging it to the front page. And it didn't. What the hell? I did something wrong. Oh, it wants a flight level. Flight level, that would help. Now we can start flight. There we go. Alright, there you go. See it pop up? So there's the live data. And if I click on it, it'll show you the planned route. So we're departing CYYZ and headed to Key West. About a 4-hour flight, 1,100 miles. And this is for the virtual airline, Flight Unlimited, fun.flightunlimited.net. Alright, so let's get that out of our way. And let's see where we're at. Looks like a push, straight back push. Oh, here, we can do this. Ah, damn it. Push the wrong button. Extended flaps. Now I gotta go back and make sure my flaps go proper. Alright, they did. What I meant to do was hit the F9 key It brings up the world map. This is an add-on, third-party add-on. It's called FS Navigator. So we'll go plan, open, and CYYZ to Key West, open it. And we'll clean up the map by taking out all the stuff not in the flight plan, so it cleans up a lot of the waypoints and stuff. Alright folks, and then we'll undock it. There's the planned route. And if I want to, I can connect to the multiplayer server, which we shall do. And here we are, Flight Unlimited Network. Join. Alright, so now we're on the multiplayer. And while we're at it, we'll hook FS Navigator into multiplayer. And there we go, Flight Unlimited Network. And GPS, public, flight plan, join. What that did, now that Navigator's joined, you'll see a green dot. And it shows my airspeed and my altitude. Just like on a real radar, and my call sign. I mean, we're on Flight Unlimited Network, so fun one. Alright, I think we're ready. Oh, I wanted to zoom in to see which runway I wanted to take off of. So actually, I wanted to back up and go to this one. We're going to go to 15 left. Or I could go to this one. Just make a left turn. Probably go to that one. So let's release the brake. As soon as I release the brake, the ACARS knows we're taking off. So now it's going to start logging everything I do. So we're pushing back. Set my altimeter one more time. This is a custom skin, y'all. I gotta see which way I need to go to get to the runway. I need to go right, but I think I have to go left to go right. Oh, no, I don't. That's far enough. Whoops. Alright. Give it a little bit of throttle and a right rudder. This plane is the reason why I still play FS9, y'all. Because it's $100 and some plane. Payware. It's the best plane ever made, in my opinion. So we're going to taxi down to this runway. Sensitivity is a little sensitive. And this will be a flight management computer flight. to the end almost, so I'm just going to go ahead and go into the inner. I think that's Charlie, maybe? That's Charlie. So this is taxiway Charlie we're turning on. Oh, go back to work. That sucks. I don't even know what work is anymore. Of course, I've been retired since '96. Judging from the TCAS on the map, I don't see any aircraft around me. We'll pull up to the hold line and be sure. And we'll look that way. Nothing. The reason I'm doing this, folks, there's 13 people on the server right now. So that's why I'm looking for traffic. And we're connected with, well, with FS9 you don't need any third-party software to connect. It's just launch your game and tell it to connect. Alright, we're rolling. It looks like I've only got one throttle throttling up though. They both throttling up? Yeah, they both throttled up. A little sluggish on the
80 knots.
V1.
Rotate V2.
Alright guys, we're rotating up. And we are positive rate. We'll wait till we get to 1,000 and then we'll gear up. And laps up 1. Gear up. Flaps all the way up. Alright guys, we're going to let the flight management computer have it. So we'll click on Command A, LNAV, VNAV, and Auto Throttle, and Flight Director. So the flight management computer's got the aircraft. Heading mode to keep it. So what the plane will do, the flight management computer will fly it back to get on course. Fly that purple line. I could have cheated and told it to go direct, and then it wouldn't have turned all the way back. Check and make sure our gear are up. Oops. Accidentally hit flaps. Gear is up. move you over here. And we're going to move you up if it'll let me. There we go. This chat, guys, is called Race Labs app. And it overlays your Twitch into your game. It is free. There is a payware version, but I primarily use it just for this. And at our current rate of climb and current speed, that's where we'll be at 26,000 or 28,000 at. That's what that green arc is. That's your altitude arc. Based on current rate of climb and current speed. Now once we get above 10,000, this will automatically go higher. And as you can see, it's still sending data to the web page, showing 4 hours and 2 minutes. And we're climbing through 7,000 feet at says 284, but it doesn't know the difference between true airspeed and ground speed. And my ground speed is 300. Alright, so is it 18,000? No, it's already went up. See the airspeed? So it's already advanced to 300 knots. Once we climb through 10,000, TC is where we'll be at, supposed to be at our top of climb. Getting a little bit of turbulence, y'all. Here's the winds we're in right now. They're 297 at 40. So I've got a 40 knot cross tail on the right. Hopefully that'll go down as we go higher. And this is where you go make coffee, watch in-flight movie, but due to DMCA, I can't watch a movie anymore. Unless I do it over there so you all can't hear it. Do it on my computer over my right shoulder. Alright, we're passing through 12 for 28. And this is all, the computer's doing all this, everybody. I don't have to touch it. All I have to do is set altimeters and make sure they're accurate, which is 3018 right now, or 3016. Got a little bit of a thunderhead in front of us. Oh, somebody joined the session on the left. Guys, the multiplayer is right here. Well, it shows who's on. Well, there's 2 people on right now. This is my navigator. So there's 2 people on this server right now. There's 13 on my other server, which is FSX and P3D and X-Plane and Microsoft 2020. There's 13 on it. There's the IP right there. 65, 255, 140, 205. And if you're connecting with FS9, you don't need any other software. Just need to put the IP in multiplayer. Back to the live page. And there we go. Shows 3.5 hours. Oh, what is going on? I did not stalling him. I did stall. I must hit the joystick or something. I may stall, y'all. I am in a stall. Not sure why that happened once I hit the joystick. Good thing I looked back when I did. Oh, I know why. I need to turn some ice on, y'all. I need to turn some anti-ice on. And we can turn the logo off and wing off. And the taxiway off. See, all your other lights are still on. Your strobes, your wingtips. Don't need a logo. Who can read the logo at this altitude, right? So when we get to Cooper, it should turn right. We're less than 20 miles. I'm checking all my gauges to make sure that me hitting the joystick is what disengaged the autopilot and not something else. Everything else looks good. So you know, we slowed down the rate of climb because we're almost at our altitude. Still got a 43 knot wind though. Just means I'll get there faster. This was supposed to be a 4-hour flight. We might make it 3. And like I just said, this is active sky, real weather. It can be up to 2 hours old. The MEDAR at the top of my page is wrong. That's old. I don't have the software right now to download it. Or I don't think I do. That's the MEDAR. Let me see if I still have that installed. If I do, I'll go ahead and download it so it, so it updates it. This is payware, y'all. There is a trial version, but I use the paid version because I have it auto download stuff. And I can't remember the name of it. SW something. It's got a, I think it's actually put out by somebody else. There it is, IP switch. I don't know if it'll run. I don't think there's a task schedule in there anymore. So we actually have to run the software. So IP switch.
Oh, I get the car, man, getting tired.
Haha. I'm live, by the way.
Bye.
Alright, so all I gotta do is click, find that, and download it. And it'll should update on the page, my live page. KM. Just click download. Override, please. And there we go, folks. Now that should update here in a minute. Why is it paused?
On the bed, I was eating in the morning.
Alright, Sean. Alright, we're almost to altitude, Joe. We're almost to our cruise altitude. We're still logging. See, it told on me for stalling. Then it should switch over to cruise once we level off. And like I said, it just did. I no sooner moved it over there. See, it switched it to cruise. And like I said, all this is going live to the web page at fun.flightunlimited.net. I've already closed the web page, I think. Oh, maybe I haven't. Nope, I haven't. There we go. Well, there it is, live on the page. Airline, flight number, pilot, aircraft, departure, arrival, status, which is climb, cruise, descend, arrived, altitude, speed, and miles and time. So that tailwind's cut my flight time almost in half. 52 knot on the right rear. I said we were coming in on 9, didn't I? That's subject to change because I may not like it. So let's undock this so I can see the whole picture. And we'll scroll down and double click Key West so it zooms in on it. Looks like 9. 9 might be the best option. Nine has no ILS. 27 has no ILS. Any other waypoints out here I can set up for landing with? We might go. Damn it, didn't got too far. And we might go Camaro or Carmu to, I can't read that. Rhino? I think that's Rhino. I can't read it. I gotta drag it into the pipeline and see what it is. Now Rhino. R-I-N-E-O. So we'll go Karma to Rhino. Move that up. And then I guess we'll go to Atnu. Yep, that's how we're going to do it. So, we need to add that to the FMC. So, we'll undock this. Go to the FMC. I'll make it bigger so you all can see the text. So, we want to go to the last page. So, we want keyboard input. We're going R-I-N-E-O, R-I-N-E-O, and I spelled it wrong. R-I-N-E-O, and I think this goes here. Nope, they put it above it. Damn it. We'll go here. Go here and it'll erase it. So I need to go here. Go R-I-N-E-O. Damn it. This is how planes crash, y'all. You type shit wrong. So that goes there. And then Atnu. Atnaw. A-T-N-A-W. Check your spelling. A-T-N-A-W, and it goes right there. And we execute it. That is now in the flight plan. And we want to cross Rhino. We're going to make that 180 at 3,000 feet. No. Yeah. No, 5,000 feet. Alright, folks. I'm going to cross Atnu at 150. 2,500 feet. What's the runway altitude? Three feet, yeah. I don't know if it'll let me go that low. Alright, it's in. Clean up the waypoints. Alright folks, FMC is programmed to get us there. Now it's all that's left to do is sit back and drink coffee. Sit back and drink coffee. Or have a big old glass of sweet tea. Oh, we got contrails, y'all. Cold enough for contrails. It's cold enough for contrail. Are we still over land? We are over land. Oh yeah, we're way over land. Sit back and relax, y'all. Have a refreshment. We got about 2 hours left. Watch a movie. Watch your favorite TV show. Smoke them if you got them. I smoke on camera. I apologize now. I've almost quit, y'all. This is only like the third smoke I've had this week. I didn't look to see the flight strip update. The MEDAR at the top of the page. Should have, because I downloaded it. But to be sure, we'll download it again. We'll hit refresh. There's not a, there's a refresh button. I should have checked. Yeah, that's today's date, so it did update. But to be sure it did, we'll click it one more time. KMCI. Guys, this weather data is free off of this data observations, MEDAR stations. I don't know the full path. US NOAA.gov, I think. Alright, it's, I can set this up to where it auto, there it is. FTP tgftp.nws.noaa.gov data observations MEDAR stations. And it's A through Z. It's every one of them, y'all. So I've got it downloaded in Kansas City, and like I said, it's putting it in the MEDAR strip at the top of the page in the red letters. So that should be the current MEDAR for my airport, my home airport. And weather programs that we use, that's where they get the weather data. They get it from NOAA. So Active Sky, that's where it gets its weather. Let's do an instrument check, make sure we're still on flight management computer. Close the FMC. Yep, we're good. Autopilot's engaged, LNAV, VNAV. Still got a 48 knot crosswind. Tail cross. So we're at 466 ground. And we're turning more into the tail lane. So our ground speed's going to go up. But there you go. You've seen the FMC turn it, y'all. And then what it should have done, the FMC, it'll go up a page, or not a page, go up one waypoint. So we're 600 miles out of that one. 600 miles out of Tay. I'm rounding up, y'all, or rounding down. Go back to external view. And again, this is the PMDG 737 600, 700, 800, and 900 series. It is payload, and they no longer support FS9. The 600 and 700 were the base pack, and then the 800, 900 were the additional. I think the base pack was 60, and then the 700, or the 800, 900 were 30, I believe. They do support FSX P3D as well. But it's a plane, in my opinion, it's far worth the money. I have logged over 1,000 hours in this aircraft. I say over 1,000 because that's what I've got on BatSim. I've got over 1,000 hours on BatSim, so I've actually logged more than that. Probably logged close to 2,000 or 3. I'm more curious to see where the other guy is. And we'll undock the navigator. Get him out and see where this other guy is. He's still on here. Oh, there he is. There he is. So he's setting on I can't pronounce that. That's where he's setting at. Sitting on the runway too, and if you don't get off of it, I'll kick him. a couple of minutes to reply, to comply, and if he doesn't comply, I'll kick him. That's a no-no, guys. You don't sit on a runway. Even if there is nobody coming in there, it's a bad habit. See, I know he's not moving. We're running some payware scenery as well, y'all. We're running Orbix and Orbix Night Environment and the terrain one from Flight 1. I can't remember the terrain one. Oh, we got a cloud layer under us. Alright guys, it looks like he hasn't complied, so we're going to go ahead and kick him. Go ahead and kick him. Oh, he hasn't complied. So I just go over here to this server. And he disappears. I'm just pushing numbers on the noon pad to look around the plane. 5 is straight down. 8 is from the front. 2 is from the back. And then I use the hat on the joystick to go up and down to fine tune it. I land from chase view because the shadow on the ground gives me depth perception. Artificial depth perception, shadow. Alright, back to cockpit. We're still 566 out of K. Exclamation route will show you the planned route. Although I added 2 waypoints. Which I need to update, so we'll do that real quick. So, update the route because I added 2 waypoints. So, Control C, exclamation, command, edit, route, paste, and And we're going to put car news already in there, isn't it? Yeah, car news already in there. Oh, Rhino. R-I-N-E-O. And Atnall. Atnall, N-A-W. And we hit it. Alright, route was successfully updated. When the flight sim flickers, y'all, that's a weather update. Well, our tailwind's come down a little bit. It's down to 44. Let's see. And we want to set this flight. Runway altitude was 3, wasn't it? Wasn't very high. So I can leave that set at 0. There's something else I wanted to do in here, and I'll be damned if I remember what it was now. Be damned if I can remember what it was now. Oh, I know what it's going to do. It's going to bleed fuel out of the center tank, so we'll turn the wing tanks off. And now it'll burn the fuel out of here. That way, if it crashes, the wings break off, fuel goes with it. See? In theory, that's how it's supposed to happen. Keep reaching for my tea glass and no tea. You still with me, Brabs, or did you give up? You probably went to bed because you had to work. Didn't you say you had to go back to work? Yeah, I'm bored and hurting too. My back hurts, my legs hurt. But I can't sleep, so figured I'd do a flight. Try to do at least one a month for the virtual airline, so I don't get set to inactive. I think it's set to do, make you inactive. You don't do one every 90 days, at least one every 90 days. Now guys, when I land, if my feet per second is over 600, that's a crash. So I won't even bother turning it in because it won't get approved. Because a 600 to 1,000 is a landing gear failure crash. And by this particular VA, doesn't accept anything that's above 600. So if your landing rate's above 600, minus is above minus 600, which 601, but don't file it. They won't accept it. They'll deny it. Now this FMC, it was like 6 pages and I took out a bunch of waypoints. So I got it down to 2 pages. This is a visual approach, you all. So at 2,500 feet, if I can see the runway, I'm taking control. – 2,500 feet might be a little high. The general rule, your approach altitude is 2,500 above runway altitude. General rule. For jet. So how long does the page say we have left? We have an hour and 48 minute TDA, ETA. So we're not even halfway yet. And it shows us cruising at 28,000 plus or minus due to weather. So there you go. I was trying to read that flight strip to see if it actually updated or not. And I can't read it. Can't see the timestamp on it. Can't see the timestamp on it. Guys, if there's something you want to see, let me know. We got different views. We got out the left window, out the right window, right front, left front, straight up, and straight back. Oh, I forgot about back left. And back right. And the outside views are unlimited because of the hatch. I can use the hat to look around. I do want to go in though and edit the config, so when I use the hat it turns at about half this speed. Look at that dude. checking out the detail of this. See how accurate they are. Can't read that. The door looks like it's open. I tried to render it to look like 3D and it's not quite there. Two windows open? 3, 4, 5. 5 or 6 windows that are open? Yeah. That's all the way out, and then 2 and 3 in our landing. So that's about right there is about the way I'll land it. Now, I'll go from behind, right about there. That's the view I land at, right there. And we are playing on the Flight Sim server, Flight Unlimited Network on FS Host. Well, the server is FS Host. You don't need any software to connect to it. Just put in the IP. And I believe my Flight Sim server info is below, y'all. FS Host only does FSX and below. Well, P3D and below. No X-Plane, no 2020. But it goes all the way to 2000. So 2000 through FS, 2000, 2004, X-Plane and FSX and P3D is what FS Host will let connect to it. I also run a joint FS server, which will let X-Plane and 2020 connect, but FS9 cannot connect. See the crosswind blowing its left? Then the plane turns, cranks right to compensate for it. More than likely it was a weather update. It was, because I just see my mouse flicker. See my mouse disappear and come back. So, what kind of crosswind we got now? 46. 46 crosswind with a slight tail. Damn, y'all. I knew this flight sim would make me tired. We're still 400 out of our next waypoint. See, it's burning the fuel out of the center tank because I switched the wing tanks off. Switch the wing tanks off. See, wing tanks are off. Ah, damn it, I knew that was going to happen. Fuse, instrument panel main. And Z. Z stands for zoomed. A stands for approach. L stands for landing. Wait a minute, L doesn't show any instruments though, see? I would at least like to see my airspeed. You know what I'm saying? O is overhead, T is throttle, R is radio, C is clock. Or compass. Clock or compass? Clock. M is main, of course. And this is considered a side-by-side configuration because of these two, or they're side-by-side. Wish all these web pages would hurry up and catch up to no flash. I clicked a button the other day to upload a movie to YouTube, and the box that it says that you click on to upload it stayed open. So I clicked it again. Nothing happened. Clicked it again. I clicked it about 13 times, and finally I went and checked YouTube. It uploaded 13 times. I normally don't do a 4-hour flight because most people won't stay on that long. 2 hours is pushing it. So I try and normally keep my flights under 2 hours. But I can't sleep. I'm gonna hopefully after about 4-hour flight, the boredom of the flight will put me to sleep, and it's working. As long as I don't jump or bump the joystick and knock it out of autopilot, and then it noses up and stalls. I've done that once already. I was doing something on the other monitor and it disengaged the autopilot. when I came back to this monitor, brought up flight sim, it was nose up and 120 knots, I think is what it was doing. So I lowered the nose, let it get back up to speed, and then re-engaged the autopilot. My log shows it too. It logged it, it's going to tell on me. It's going to tell on me. I'll show it to you. See right there? Stall recovered. And stall recovered. So the logging system's going to tell on me. Getting hot, y'all. Still got 300 miles to this next waypoint. Holy crap. 300 plus. Does it look like we're doing 476 knots across the ground? Don't in that view, does it? It does in this one. Not really. That still don't look like 400 mile an hour. You gotta consider your 28,000 feet in the air too. Have a guy come back on? Nope. Nope. Just me. It's just me. And he's a regular too. He knows better than to sit on the runway. So I don't know why he did it. Now what they're normally doing though when they do that, they're getting log flight hours, cheat hours. As long as you file a flight plan, it logs it. It's flight time, even if you're just sitting there. You know what? Let's go find some duty-free music, y'all. What do you say? Liven this up a little bit. Agreed? Agreed? Let's see. We want YouTube duty-free music. Royalty-free music for YouTube. Nope, that's not what I want. That's an ad for YouTube. Do this again. Go to YouTube first. And then the search duty free music. Alright, so let's find one with quite a big list in it. Here's one with 395 songs. One with 344. Non-copyrighted background music. I want one with a large playlist. Alright guys, we'll get some music playing. Is that too loud? Alright, we got some duty free music playing. I'm judging the flight sim sounds compared to the music sounds on the sound meter. That's pretty good. It's about the same. And all of you that followed the other day during the rerun, thank you, by the way. Because I streamed for a couple hours and I turned around and just run a rerun of it and got some followers. So people, don't let people tell you running reruns don't work, because they do work. Because you're showing content even when you're not on. And it's all about content, y'all. It's all about content. And an admin from Twitch told me, he said, hey, if you're not going to stream all the time, run reruns. I'm like, okay. He also told me to highlight one video from every game that I play, and it won't get deleted. Guys, if that music's too loud, let me know. And I apologize, I smoke on camera. And it is pipe tobacco. I can't do 420, I'm allergic to it. I got permission to play music from a friend of mine It's original content. You sent me a CD and I don't know where I put it. But I got permission to play it. They're called Centerline, and they're a local touring band here. They do a lot of covers too, but I don't think I can get away with playing covers. So I asked them to send me a CD of some of their original songs, and they did, surprisingly. That sounds like Popcorn. You ever heard the song Popcorn? Ooh, that song's cutting out. That song's got some bad audio in it. Bobblehead. Well guys, we're going to step away from the cockpit for a minute and make some coffee. Hopefully I don't bump anything and knock the autopilot off while I'm getting up. We'll be right back, y'all. Enjoy the music. Alright, folks, we're back in the cockpit. And I got my merch cup out while I was up. So go check out our merchandise, y'all. Got hoodies, t-shirts, cups. I think that's a 16-ounce cup. Can't remember off the top of my head. 15 or 16. The big one I drink out of, this is an 18 ounce. I drink out of it most because it's generic. No labels. I did that intentionally. If they want to affiliate me, I'll drink out of something with their label on it. Hint, Folgers, Nescafe, whoever. Or anybody else for that matter. If you want to advertise, send me a cup with your logo on it. I need to set up a P.O. box. I might call the post office Monday. I don't even know what today is, y'all. I slept all day yesterday because my back was bothering me. What is today? Today is Monday. I guess I'll call them today. Call them tomorrow. See, told you I have no clue what day or time it is. This music's not too bad for duty free. But I have to play duty free because I archive my videos. Because I let them sit on Twitch for a day and then I upload them the next day to YouTube. But all of you that stopped by, thank you very much. We appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I normally, y'all, wake up at 5 a.m. And I ended up staying up all night the other night, and then I slept all day the next day. I slept 19 hours. So now I'm back on the same schedule again. I don't even remember what I was doing that I stayed up all night either. Oh, I was coding. So let's see the webpage. See what the webpage says for ETA. Oh, I can't do that because the webpage is over there now. It's over there now. So let's close that window. Close that window. And open this one. And drag it over. God damn it. Damn it, Jim. Alright, so it says our ETA is an hour and 14 minutes. So for an hour and 14 minutes, y'all sit back, relax, have a cigarette, have a cup of coffee, have a beverage, and enjoy the duty-free music from SoundCloud on YouTube. There's 300 plus songs in the playlist, so I just went to YouTube and searched duty-free music, and that's what I come up with. Too bad I couldn't find some duty-free rock. You know what? World. Options, settings, sound. Can I turn this plane engines down anymore? Not really. Not really. It's that damn air conditioner on this thing. And I even went into the wave file and turned the volume to half. Didn't do anything. But it's this damn thing right here. And this music would be a good background music for a video montage. Or a clip montage. Could do while I'm flying. I could check my Facebook groups and make sure everybody's behaving. Make sure everybody's behaving. What I'm doing, guys, is my Facebook groups, you're allowed to post video links, but once they're no longer live, I delete them. And I do that for the people that are on cell phones because it cuts down on page load times if they're not trying to download a bunch of videos when they log in. And I check it daily. Of all my 5 groups that I have. I have a farm sim one for console, a farm sim one for PC, a flight one, a train one, a truck one, and a racing one. 2 new members. Is that a weather update? I seen a glitch. Oh, the wind speed's down to 28 knots. Gentlemen, what part of English only do you not understand? And we got 10 new members today on Farm Sim 19 consoles only. Nice. Alright, I think I'm caught up on Facebook, y'all. Uh-oh. Say a lull in the music. Alright, Facebook's caught up. And we got a hour ETA. Change of scenery here. We'll go from the right side this time. I wonder what my draw distance is on clouds. Let's find out, shall we? So everything's maxed out. Everything's maxed out. As you can see, I got it locked down at 30. So you're telling me that's 120 miles right there, or whatever my max distance was. Because I want to see it farther over. You know what I'm saying? It makes it look boxy. Well, there's some way over there, so evidently maybe there's not a weather station between here and there. And that's why there's no clouds over there. What's up, Shawnee? Getting in a flight from my virtual airline. It's sending live data to the page. According to the page, I have an hour left. And there's the live data and the live map. So we've got a little over an hour left with a 20-some knot tailwind. Yeah, 29 knot tailwind. Playing some duty-free music. I hope it's not too loud. Or if you can even hear it, because this aircraft's pretty loud. And drinking coffee out of one of my merch cups. Cool. Now I kind of use the voice meter to tell if the game was canceling out the music or not. When I click out of the flight sim, the flight sim goes quiet. And then when I kick back in the flight sim, I can see the meter bar, and the plane is just slightly above. So I thought, well, that might be okay. All right, cool. So yeah, we got about an hour flight left. We're a little over halfway. It was originally, according to the flight plan, a 4-hour flight. Due to the tailwind, it's about a 2.5-hour flight. So we like tailwinds. At one point it was 56 knots. It's down to 29 now. And the flight management computer's doing all the flying, so we're just sitting back listening to music and drinking, enjoying a hot cup of joe. So it looks like we got about 400 miles left, judging from the distances here. 100, 200, 300, 400, about 400, yeah, about 500 miles maybe, give or take. Well, we left Toronto and we're headed to Key West. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. If you type in exclamation route, it'll show you the planned route. I played Valheim for a little while, and then I'm getting a bad server response. That's Twitch, guys. That's not Streamlab. Twitch is having issues. They need to upgrade their servers. They can't. This COVID pandemic has got everybody streaming, and Twitch servers can't keep up. Oh, I just got my radio's just picked up a VOR. So what are we flying over? Bring up the map and see where we're at. Oh, we're just now crossing over into Florida. What? Oh no, we're in Georgia. Yeah, that's still Georgia. That's Georgia. That's Georgia. That's Georgia. There's Florida. So somewhere down around here is Florida line. But this is Miami Center, I believe. We're crossing over into Miami Center. That's what the big blue boxes are. Those are centers. Oh yeah, that's Miami. Oh no, that's Jacksonville Center. Yeah, Jacksonville. Miami's down here. So we're crossing into Jacksonville Center. We are playing multiplayer. We are connected to the server. All right. Let's go change for you, shall we? Can we back it off a little bit and do a once around? I know that's pretty fast. And then we'll go the other way. This is how we departed Canada. I figured, why not do an Air Canada flight, eh? Or an Air Canada livery. So here we are. And it was cold enough a while ago for a contrail, so it still is. still is. What is the outside air temp? It is minus 13. And the overhead panel. Everything looks good. Back to main panel. And I can't read it, so we'll go zoomed panel. Oh, yeah, let's do some window views. Left window, left rear window, right window, right rear. And straight back. And straight up. I left with way too much fuel. I normally take fuel out and have enough with about 2,000 pounds to spare, but I just wanted to fly, so I didn't take the time to take the fuel to bring the right amount of fuel along, which is bad for the VA because the VA pays for any fuel and you don't get that back when you land. So if you land with a bunch of fuel, you just lose it. Nope, it can't. Twitch cannot keep up. And at least once per stream I get a bad server response. At least once. And I'm on Google Fiber, yo. That's why I know it's not me. It's Twitch. And I don't know if you can see the computer over my right shoulder, but that's on a separate line, so it has nothing to do with all of this. You know what, these no duty songs have actually got some pretty good videos on them, y'all. That one, no, the one I say that and I go look at it, and that one don't. I ended up watching YouTube the other night for 26 hours. I watched The Voice, America's Got Talent, 26 hours of video. Then I went to bed and I ended up sleeping 25 hours. I stayed in bed for 25 hours. So this is the first day I've actually been up. I think I stayed in bed too long because now my back hurts. There's a couple of these I wouldn't mind putting on the background as on my GTA 5 server, the load screen. Actually, I thought about doing the High Plains Drifter one. I love High Plains Drifter. I love that theme song. I think it's High Plains Drifter. Clint Eastwood spaghetti movies. Spaghetti westerns. But I think High Plains Drifter is the one that's got the whistle in it where he's whistling. That's the one I like. Right now it's Hunt Showdown. And that's getting old. It's time to change it. It's been like that for a year now. I need to be coding my Twitch page so my offline page is actually animated. And just so it's not just sitting there. I gotta keep an eye on my FMC guys because we're looking for the TD symbol to come up. That means time of descent. I think we're a ways out yet though. Oh yeah, we're just now getting to Tay. And we got a ways to go yet. I'm drinking coffee with a hoodie on. I'm getting hot. Hiccups. Well, let's undock this so we can see it while we're flying. And we'll zoom in on it. Now this autopilot will fly some planes. It won't fly this one. This one is strictly FMC. You click autopilot on this and it'll screw it up. It makes it do all kinds of weird shit. But your default aircraft, it'll fly them like nothing. But the reason why the autopilot doesn't work in here, because this autopilot is tied to that button, and this autopilot has nothing to do with these buttons, so these and these don't work together. There was one other guy on here and I kicked him for sitting on the runway. And he was a regular, he knew better. So I'm not really sure why he was doing it. But I told him to get off the runway and I waited, what, 5 minutes I think before I kicked him. We're rocking now, y'all. I was bobbleheading that earlier, Shawnee. You missed it. Oh, my beard. I need to shave my beard. It's itching. That's an indication it's time for me to shave. Alright, I gotta... I'm drinking coffee too fast. I gotta slow down. It's making me hot. It's raising my body temperature. I'm sweating. I've got my thermostat set at 60 and I'm in a quadplex. My neighbors are trying to burn me out of here, I think. No lady lives behind me. I think her heat's on 80. I mean right behind me, right through that wall. And I can tell when her heat's up because I get hot. I don't even know what the outside temperature is right now. It's warm, and I'm warm in here. I'm gonna have Tim to get up and open the door. And my heat hasn't kicked on for 3 days and I'm burning up. love this game overlay chat, or chat overlay, game overlay, because I don't have to have OBS up to see chat. Thank God. And I can change the font. I think you'd like that, Shawnee. It's called Race Labs app. But you can go in and you can change the font color, everything. Alright. Well, I was going to drag it over. There we go. Alright, so let me make it small enough that you can see chat live while I do it. Ah! I hope I didn't close it. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to download weather again. Keep my weather strip up to date at the top of the page. I had it doing it automatically, but it was popping up a black screen every time it downloaded, so we can't have that. So I'm going to do it manually. Find my airport. It's farther down. We're not in the M's yet. But this is the METAR weather strip for my airport at the top of the page. And it is right there. Overwrite. And see where it updated time. I don't know how long it takes for Twitch to update it, but or OBS, but that's the weather strip has been updated. Now that weather data gets updated every hour on the hour. Or it's supposed to. It can be up to 2 hours late. But yeah. Alright, so Race Labs, where'd it go? I don't see it anymore. Oh, there it is. So, I was trying to make this smaller so it didn't overlap. Chat's overlapping it anyway, so you're going to see it live. But... So, if I want, like I said, if I want to change opacity, see? I can change the width. I thought you could change font too. Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's called Race Lab app, and it's free. But it'll overlay on any game. Just opens up in a browser, and you collapse the browser, and there it is. I love it. Like I said, I don't have to have OBS open where. Got some cirrus clouds under us. Have a look around, shall we? Still cold enough for contrails. That's a mod, y'all. The mod lengthened them because they're normally not that long. And it's supposed to work for AI aircraft as well, but I'm in multiplayer, so there are no AI aircraft. Yeah, one lake. Get my 2 keys so it goes directly behind, and then my hat up a little bit. This is that's how I land. This is how I land in chase mode. Because the shadow on the ground gives me depth perception. Got some clouds above me as well, so it looks like I'm flying between 2 layers. According to the web page, we got 44 minutes, 44-minute ETA. And that's plus or minus, depending on tailwinds. And it'll go up as we slow down in our descent. The FMC, the flight management computer, is doing all the flying right now. I just gotta watch for TD, time of descent, so I know to dial the altitude down. And what you do is you dial the altitude down to your lowest point, which is 2,500. So you dial that down to 2,500 and the aircraft will not go below that until it picks up the glide slope, and then you have to push some other buttons. So to capture the glide slope, you click Command A, Command B, and then you click Approach. And then once it captures the glide slope, then it will descend down to stay on the glide slope. What it'll do, there'll be a little needle show up right here. One here that goes left and right, one here that goes up and down. Those are your glide slope needles. And the plane FMC will keep you on that glide slope. And that does that for low visibility landings. If you as a human cannot see the runway at 2,500 feet, then you have to let the computer land it. And that varies airline to airline. But for me, when the computer tells me I'm at 2,500 feet, if I can't see the runway, I let the computer land it. Which I believe is Cat 2. So that's how aircraft land in low visibility. Computer lands it. They don't touch the controls till it's wheels down. I can't say wheels down because that's landing gear down. Till the wheels touch the runway. There. I don't fly as much as I used to go, guys. I used to fly, for 20 years, I flew every day. Every day. I'd get off work, go home, shower, eat, fly. And fly till midnight, 1 o'clock. Get up, go to work. And repeat it all over again. And I did that for 20 years. Ooh, weather update. See how the plane jerked? Yeah, the tailwind dropped 10 knots. It went from 27 to 17. And this info on this map, y'all, that's my altitude and ground speed. So we're at 28,000 feet at 470 knots. And if there were other aircraft on here, they'd show up as a green dot. I think I can turn that off, can I? Can I turn my aircraft off? Yeah, I can. So that's what other aircraft would look like if they were on. The short tail is the heading, or the thinner tail is the heading. So that aircraft, that's what it looks like if it's your aircraft. And then, like I said, all other aircraft just show up as green dot with lines. This is the departure airport and arrival airport down here. So Toronto to Key West. And I could actually cut some flight time off if I just flew direct. So if I was to get right here at Camden, and I changed my flight route to go direct to Rhino, I'd cut off all this flight time down to here. So we'd take a shortcut from here to there. To there. So it would cut all that off. So it would cut all this off right here. And I might do that just to save time because I'm getting to where I don't want to fly anymore. So once we cross Camden, I might go direct Rhino. Actually, I can do it right now. So we'll undock this. We'll go into the FMC. And we're going to go Rhino. Where am I at right now? Is that even, I don't even think that's even in there, is it? Oh, there's Camden. So it is in there. But that's after Tay. I gotta go bigger. Gotta go bigger so I can see it. Let's turn flight plan mode off. So we're direct Tay right now, and that's Tay right there, I believe. Nope, that's Camden. Where's Tay? We already crossed Tay? Yep, we've already crossed Tay. So Camden's in this flight plan, but it's not in my FMC. So CAMDT. So we'll add it. CAMDT. Man, you gotta spell it right. And we're gonna move Rhino up. So we'll go to Rhino, click on it, go back to previous, and click on it. There, we just bypassed all those other waypoints. So now we're going to do a more direct route from Camden. So now I can go into here, and we can delete Cyprus. Oh, damn. What the hell was that? Did that change my CODT? I think it did. I think we're past my CODT yet. Or TOD. I can't read that. Alright, so we gotta fix my FMC. It's got a jog in it. So we're going to go direct canned. We're going to move canned up. And I think we need to start our descent. So let's set this. sure why it started descending unless I'm already crossed my TOD. I have crossed my TOD. I've crossed my TOD. Now we gotta increase our rate of descent. And speed brakes. Because it can't get down in time now. Think it would get down in time. Did I not execute? Let's see, FMC. I don't think we should have been descending yet. Speed brake off. Thing's loud. Why are you flickering? I can't tell where my TOD is. Oh, there it is. So yeah, we're a ways out. Yeah, it's descended way too early. So we're climbing back up to 28, yo. Climbing back to 28. That's why BNAB wouldn't engage. It's because if the computer knows something's wrong. Now I thought it started descending. I thought the changing the FMC changed my TOD, and like we passed it, but we didn't. I just didn't zoom in far enough to see it. Picking up a runway somewhere. Oh, let's get the runway info for the approaching runway. We've got no ILS. Course is 093. Let me know what the runway heading is. Okay, so no ILS course. Alright, BNAB's got it again. We're within 1,000. BNAB's got it again. Now the FMC's flying it again. Looks like we might be flying into some weather, y'all. So is this telling me it's not always sunny in Key West? What's the bad thing about duty-free music? A lot of it sounds the same. Remixes of remix. Alright, the FMC's happy again. VNAB is happy again. So, what was we doing before we got interrupted? Taking all these other waypoints out. Now I hit the delete key and it just went nuts. Can't tell which one that is. Yeah, we don't want to CYY. We're bypassing it. We bypassed it. There we go. There's our direct route. I'm not going to update the route on the page. So what are we flying over right now? Or near? Tampa. So we just flew by Tampa. So we just flew by Tampa. Let's undock this. Anybody else on the server? Nope. GPS is me. That's this. And the fun one is my actual flight time. Alright guys, so this is the page. This is what it looks like over here. So, we're 27 minutes out. We just saw the plane update. And that is my true heading. You know how long it took me to code that? So that turns in the direction I'm heading. I think I did it in 10-degree increments, I believe. So it's accurate within 10 degrees. So I did 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it turns to whichever one's closest. up or down. So 9 would be 10. 4 would be 0. I'm not sure what 5 would be. So according to this, we're 25 minutes out based on our current speed. That's going to go up as we start our descent and we slow down to 250 knots. I got to go into my FMC and change, or the ACARs, and change some settings. Some stuff's not in the route anymore. We took CYY out. That can come out. And we need to add Rhino, R-I-N-E-O, R-I-N-E-O, and Atnol. There, now that's current. I don't know if it'll update this or not, but that waypoint's not in there anymore. Took it out. I took it out. Normally you mouse over it, it'll tell you which one it is, but it's not doing it. Because it's supposed to draw them. So we're basically headed due south. Pretty much. So 24 minutes according to the website. And we will be there. And this is what sends the data to the web page. KCARS, which doesn't, you can't get it anymore. The guy doesn't support it anymore. And we are pretty much headed due south, 180. Yep, 180. Not counting crabbing for wind. So we're crabbed to the right, probably 10 degrees, 5 degrees for wind. Or 5 degrees left. No, 5 degrees right. Coming from our right rear. So we're crabbing to compensate for it. Winds are 282 at 42. So the winds are blowing that way. So the winds are blowing west. No, winds are blowing east. No, winds are blowing west. No, winds are blowing east. They're blowing east, you gotta face west to fly into them. That's what it is. They're out of 282. So you fly into them to land. So the winds are out of 282. .282 would be to my right. Wind, as it shows, to my right. I almost confused myself. The winds are out of the west, so you fly into the west. So the runway, the right runway currently based on winds would be 2728. Because 27 and 28 are 270, 280. Runway 1 is almost due north or 10. No, 1. Runway 9 would be 9 or 10. So your runway numbers are based on magnetic heading. So 27 is facing that way. If the winds are 270, you're going 27. Yeah. Yeah. So if this holds out, then we're landing on 9. But if the winds are like that on the ground at 270, runway 9 would be the wrong runway. Or I could check it. Actually, I can check it. So we'll bring up active sky and we'll do report. And we'll do, I don't want it to lock. Okay, it's not locked. KEYW. And they are, Jesus Christ, 05 and 11 gusting to 18. So runway 9 is our only option. So yep, we're landing on 9, y'all. Man, oh man. Gusting to what? What did it say they were gusting to? For those of you that don't know how to decode a meteor, it's right here decoded. Yeah, 11 knots gusting to 18. 50. 50 at 11 gusting to 18. And how close we get to TOD? 40 miles. So we're 40 miles from TOD. We get to 20 miles, I'll lower my altitude. Actually, I'll do it now or I'll forget. So our approach altitude is going to be 2,500, so I'm going to lower it to 2,500. Actually, yeah. Actually, I'm going to go to 5,000. No, I'm not. I'm going 2,500. I'll forget to set it. That's why I'm going to go ahead and set it to the lowest. Looks like there might be some weather off the coast of Florida. So we're about 30 miles from TOD. And there was a weather update. That's why it flashed. I forgot to set the FMC to go faster. I forgot when I pushed BNAV back on it, set it back to 315. I was trying to cut off some time. Because I am ready for bed. I'm zooming in on the map over here, y'all. See where we're at. Here, this is what I'm looking at. So 16 minutes according to that. But that'll go up because we slow down in our descent. It'll be 250 below 10,000 for noise abatement. It's the law. So once we cross over TD, the FMC will start our descent. Let's check all our gauges, make sure everything's looking good. Yeah, and this is a pretty short runway, so I probably ought to go turn my auto brakes to 2. And go back to zoom mode. It's amazing how close this is to this. And these are two different programs. But yet it knows where beginning of descent is, or time of descent. Time of descent, beginning of descent. Now, beginning of which program you're running. And we ought to be out over the water now. And there is some weather below us. Not quite out over the water yet. Can't tell. Folks, that's real weather. Like I said, it could be an hour old, or up to 2 hours old. We'll stay in cockpit mode so I can make sure the FMC's doing what it's supposed to. You used to be able to bring up gauges outside when you were in chase mode, but I, for the life of me, don't remember how to do it. A mini panel is just a row of gauges across the bottom. I don't remember the command anymore. I don't know if it works on payware or not. But it's called mini panel. And there is a keyboard command for it. I just don't remember what it is. Alright guys, we're almost to TOD. Looks like we're about 3 miles. Because that tick mark is 5. Alright, there it is. We are starting our descent. We are descending into Key West. Like I said, if you're watching the webpage live, fun.flightunlimited.net, the ETA will go up as we slow down. Right now, ETA is at 13 minutes. We want to cross Rhino at 5,000. Rhino at 5,180 knots. Actually, we could go a little faster because we're away from... That's 11-mile final, I buried. 11-mile base, I believe. 18-mile base. So it's 18 miles from that point to that point. And we'll clean up our waypoints so we only see our flight plan. Aircraft's having trouble holding me at 290. May have to put my brake on. Air brake. See if that gets too far up above or below, it'll disengage VNAV. Looks like we're headed into some... Did it say if it was raining or anything or not? I didn't look. I didn't check out remarks to see if it was raining or not. Where'd it go? Where's my weather thing at? It is... It doesn't show rain. Doesn't show it's raining. Alright guys, we're getting ready to set altimeter to the weather. It's 2992 above 18. So when it gets to 17.5, I'll reset it. Alright, so 3036 is the current altimeter. Zoom in on this. And she's picking up speed again, so let's slow her down. Start noticing the winds here in a minute. I think ground winds go up to 10,000 feet, I think. In the simulator, I don't know. And we're still picking up speed. Going manual. Could zoom this in a little bit so I can see my arc, because we want to cross that at 5,000. So I can actually bring this up a little, decrease our rate of descent. Current speed and rate of descent, that's where we'll be at 5,000 feet, or 2,500 at. See, I want to be at 250 right at 10,000 feet. So yeah, we're close. But I want my arc to be at 2,500 feet right at no. And we're close. And we can start doing flaps at 240. And we're at 242. Check our altimeter one more time. And it did go down a little bit. So right now we are at 900 feet per minute at our current speed. We're pretty much right at, we'll be right at 2,500 at that now. And that'll move down as we slow down. I'm holding off on flaps a little bit because that's going to burn some speed quick. Zoom in on my map over here. I'm on the web page looking at the live data. Once we cross Rhino, I'll start my flap schedule. Actually, I'm going to slow down now because we're starting to go above the, So we go flaps till we get the yellow line. And I want the speed to stay just above the yellow. So we'll turn this up a little bit. We'll go 200. And we can come up on the rate of descent a little bit. A little more. I think 700 is a standard approach rate of descent, I believe. 750. This shows we're above planned, but as long as I cross that at 2,500, I'm happy. Visibility's not going to be a problem, or shouldn't be. The plan was to cross Rhino at 5,000, but I was like, I'm just go ahead and set it for 2,500, and I'll just put my arc at Atnall at 2,500. We could actually speed up a little bit. We could go to 240 to speed this process up a little. Now, because I sped up, I got to increase my rate of descent. little before wouldn't hurt. Well, guys, let's go chase view and have a look around. We're not quite below the cloud layer yet. The FMC is going to turn me right. Because LNAV is your this way, lateral. BNAV is your vertical. And BNAV also does your speed. Can we get about halfway to Atno? I'll start looking for the airfield. And we'll start slowing down. Check our altimeter one more time, and it did not change. So the airfield's over there to the left somewhere. The airfield's over there somewhere. I don't see an airport strobe. I didn't see what the ceiling was here. But we're just below it, I believe. Alright guys, we're going to start slowing her down. Start slowing to 180. And we'll gear down at 170. Alright, we can go out a dial on this. And we go out 2. That dotted line's the approach line. I think next flaps is at 210, I believe. When in doubt, guys, you can bring up your main. Your flap schedule right here. Alright, we're almost 1,000 feet within 1,000 feet of our altitude. Alright, start slowing some more. Our approach speed is 150. Actually, let's confirm it. 130. So we'll do 140. Went the wrong way. God damn it, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Flaps. And flaps. Go back to this so you guys can see the schedule. And we are at 180, gear down. $2,500. And let's turn our landing lights on. Runways on, taxis on. Turn you off. Turn our logos on, our wings on. And flaps full. Look around for the airport. Should be over there somewhere. It was almost in a stall. I almost waited too long for flaps. Almost waited too long for flats. Alright, we got gear down and locked. We are at approach speed. We got a 13 knot headwind. So our speed actually ought to go up 10 more to compensate for the wind. And we are turning final, y'all. When I see the runway, I'll disengage the autopilot. So we'll fly over one airfield to land on another one. This is the base, I believe. Oh, there's the base right there. Alright guys, we're going to go manual here in a minute. I see the airfield. So manual we go. Autopilot on. Hold off. Nav off. Speed off. Yaw damper off. Alright guys, we have control. We have control. And make sure my throttles are, make sure it's cutting power. It is cutting power. A little left. We are just a little bit left. Oh, I see it now. I see the runway now. We are way left. Power, power, power. We're one green, one white, so we're one orange, one white, so we're good on it. Gotta watch our speed though. Man, I am crabbing it bad. Oh, we're too high. See it go white, white? Alright, we're white, green. We're white, orange again. Man, I am crabbing
1,000.
We are crabbing. I'm not actually crabbing because I'm not using any rudder. I'm just pointing the nose to compensate. Start losing some speed here. I'd like to touch down right at stall.
500. 400. 300.
Too high.
200.
Sink rate, sink rate.
100.
Minimums.
She's wanting to float.
Fifty.
Cut power.
40. 30.
Damn, she's floating a lot.
20. 10.
She's wanting to float. I don't know if that was a very good landing or not. We'll find out here in a minute. We'll find out here in a minute. I think my pitch trim was set too high. She was wanting to nose up on me. I was forcing the stick down to get her to come down, and you don't ever want to do that. But I guess, like I said, we don't know if it was a crash or not until I see the A cars. If it's over 600 feet per minute, I won't even file it because the VA won't approve it. Alright guys, we are here. This plane creeps a little bit, so we're going to stop short. And once I set the parking brake, the A cars knows we're done with the flight. And it will show up like that on the webpage. It'll say taxiing the gate, and then it'll say arrived. And I'm zoomed in on the map, and it shows us at the apron. And it shows us just updated on the pages arrived. So I can close this. I don't need it anymore. And we'll bring up our A cars because the website knows we have arrived. Open up. We will stop flight. And do we send it or not? What was our touchdown rate? I don't see my touchdown rate. Where's my rate at, guys? Oh, there's 368, so it was not a crash. Wasn't good, but it wasn't a crash. So we stopped the flight, and we file PIREP. And it sent it to the web page. Did that say PIREP? Oh, filed. I thought it said failed. So now if you refresh the web page, it'll say there'll be a pending flight plan or flight on the web page. Here, I'll show you. So see, there it is. So I waited till it said arrived before I filed it. And now we just hit home to refresh the page. And there it is, filed. So it's waiting approval. And once we get approval, it will go in our logbook. So if you click on it, it will show the route flown. And those were all the waypoints along the way. Those are VORs and those are waypoints. So there you go, folks. That's how A-Cars works. And see, because I went into the A-Cars and changed the waypoints in it as well, it updated the A-Cars. Because remember we cut off, because it was going to have us go this way and then down. Actually, it didn't update, did it? That waypoint shouldn't be in there. Because we went straight down from there and went like that and then over. But it may be because the web page nav data doesn't get updated. as often as the flight sim does. So the waypoints won't be the same. But anyway, there's a filed PIRAP. So as soon as one of the admins approves it, it'll go on my books, and then it'll also go on my badge. My hours and my flights will go up. And then once you get so many flights, you get awards. That's what these are. These are my awards. So I've flown 25,000 miles, 50-hour flights, done 50 hours. These are your touchdown rates. That one, I've done a touchdown rate of less than 100. Touchdown rate, or there's one for 25 too. There it is. Touchdown rate of less than 25 feet per minute. But they're only issued one time. So once you get that achievement, you don't get it again. It's miles flown, hours flown, flights flown, and number of landings. And these are auto issued. This runs a cron job every 12 hours, and then if you meet the criteria, then it issues an award. But that's, this page was all coded by me. I need to take that down. They're not even around anymore. They're not even around anymore. I don't think there's one other one that wasn't around anymore. Nope, I think that's it. They're not around anymore. It's an ACARS program that they don't use anymore. Actually, I think if you click on it, the page doesn't even come up. Yeah, KCARS. So I need to take that out. Need to take that out. They're not there anymore. Well, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll rerun this so you all that missed it can watch it again. Like I said, we'll just sit here and wait for somebody to approve this. So, till next time, this is Mighty Unlimited. Flaps up, gear down. Y'all have a good night.